Hughes, you've been a very active feminist here in the city of New York. You believe, among other things, that white feminists did not really support child care in the early go? Is that your point?
That's one of my points. And not just in they supported child care, but they included racism and classism in it. And we were trying to establish a system that would eliminate racism, classism, and sexism.
Right. I want to bet you something, though, Miss Hughes. When you're sitting there with a lot of white feminists, and you're the only or one of the few women of color in the room, I think you feel self-conscious about that, and you say to yourself, what the hell am I doing here?
And that's why you go and start your own group, your own thing.
Let me explain. I wanted to say that we guide the women's movement and white women's terms. I mean, you're doing that. We forgot that there's also a very, very large women's group of black women that is called the National Organization of the Black Organization of Congress of Black Women. Okay.
Another group. We need another group.
No. We needed that group because we, in that group, sort of got tired of having as part of our agenda, having to fight racism in order to find sisterhood.
It sprung out of the 84 Democratic Convention, if you remember, when the women's movement as a whole did not take up seriously the question of this candidacy. And there were black women involved in that convention sitting in both movements saying, hey, we need our organization will help us define who the candidates are and who we support. But I take a different course because I do think it is very imperative that color stay within the larger white women's organization, because otherwise those organizations will not be responsive to our needs. How can we perpetually stand on the outside criticizing without working for change on the inside? And I think that's what the black women now are passionately committed to, and I see an increasing consciousness around those kinds of things among black women in America when I go talk to them.
But I don't think the two have to be. I think one of the words that we really need to put out here is coalition politics. And those are the politics of the 1980s. And what that means is that people, various kinds of people with various issues, diverse groups come together so that we can work on the things that we have in common. All need child care. All women need to have reproductive choice. All women need not to be battered, raped, violated, and killed. So the thing is, we can get together on these things, but see, you can't have coalition when one group is weak and the other group is strong. I think you have to come together as equals, and that's why we build our own group, so we come together as equals.
And I assume you believe that